Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Coach Sagasa. Listen, I want to be very transparent with you, the followers, the friends, the supporters, and the family. This is probably one of the best that I have for you. It's just being as a parent, the job, the responsibility that we have to undertake. You know, it's never done. It is never done. Something that comes to mind as I was sitting here reflecting, waiting on my wife, it's exactly 1:19 here in Arizona. 1:19, it's hot. And I'm sitting in my car. And I'm sorry, this is an organic video, but I wanted to do something very organic and very fresh and transparent and real great, genuine quality for you. But as parents, there's this subtitle small quote that always resonates with me. And that is, you can never go without crying or sorrow in life. Or you can never go with sorrow and crying or laughter in life. And they both encompass one another. And I think it's so important because as I look back and I reflect the 10 days that my son has been with us, he's serving in the United States Navy. And as he goes back right now, the biggest thing that hits me the most is that of his responsibility. His character. And I'm not saying that because he's in the military, but I'm saying this in particular is because your Bible, your book, my Bible, my book, says train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he won't depart from it. So if you train them with discipline, you train them with the 2 C's, the essential keys to being successful, being happy, being prosperous, being productive. That is commit and consistency. To commit to whatever it is you're going to do and be consistent about it, because it matters. Throughout these 19 years of raising my son has brought a smile from ear to ear. Of course, there been some pain? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, there was just pain this Saturday. I let him take my brand new car, our Volkswagen Jetta, my wife's car, a Volkswagen Passat Jetta. I'm not trying to blow you out of the water, son. I love you. You know that. But he calls me. He's like, Dad, I got some bad news. And my throat fell to my stomach. Or you can literally feel my stomach cringe. He said, Dad, we were in an accident. I said, okay. Everything all right? Like, what's the worst? I wanted to know. The first thing that came to mind was be absolutely optimistic about it. Are you guys okay? Okay, where are you at? Send me the exact detailed location of your area. I have family in California. I have friends. I can call some people. I'll be down there. Immediately, I jumped into action. The reason why I share this story with you is because optimism was something that I had to literally ingrain into myself, teach myself, rehearse, and practice, just like it is with speaking. Making these videos over and over for year after year, day after day, month after month. Making videos because I found that research, that the data, that the statistics of people that make videos become more confident. You heard me, more confident. So I express this with my own kids, to be confident in the world, to be committed. I can't tell you how many years and how many videos I've made through social media, especially Facebook, that have helped somebody else in life, but in return has truly helped me. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this particular video with you is because it is directed towards parents, young parents, older parents. I've been on this earth for 40 years, been a parent for 19 of 3. I know I don't look that old, and thank you so much, I appreciate it. But nonetheless, it's those experiences, those lessons that we instill in them that truly defines, that truly builds the bridge for the next generation. That's one of the greatest questions that's ever been asked to me. Coach Sagasa, how do you build a bridge between generations? It starts with lessons, and it starts with effective listening. One of the things that I always teach and coach and mentor anybody is effective listening. I'm deaf in my left ear. I've been deaf for almost 27 years in my ear. deaf, like legally deaf. I can't hear. Many times people would think it was disrespectful. They would call out to me and I wouldn't hear them. And other people that knew me well would be like, oh no, you gotta go to his right side. He can hear you on the right side. And the reason why I tell you that particular thing is because it has been my job for these years, for all these years, to become more of an effective listener. To listen attentively, to gain, and to apply. And it's the same thing I share with my kids. Learning is earning, and I learned it from Warren Buffett, and he's absolutely correct. Learn as much as you possibly can because there's no end to education. There's no end to learning. There's no expiration date. You don't have to go to a Harvard. You don't have to go to a Yale. You don't have to go to an Ivy Elite university in order to become educated. I know a lot of people that have a degree, but they are not doing the things that they truly want to do. They're not living in their purpose. And the book says, the book is very, very, very descriptive when it says people will perish because they have no vision. It's not talking about that vision, it's talking about sight. They lose focus. And so I wanted to share that with you because you as a parent have to teach your kids how to be more focused. As I expressed to my son after the accident on Saturday, where is your focus? Focus. Tell me everything that happened. Let me know. I'll get on the phone. I'll be there in about 4 hours. I will be there. Pick you and your girlfriend up. You get what I'm saying? Like, focus. Teach your kids how to focus, how to harness in principles. I had a student this morning email me at 8 o'clock this morning saying thank you. Now, I'm not saying that to boast. You know me by well. If you've been following me a long time and you know me personally, you should know that I'm not saying this to be prideful or to be boastful or to pat myself in the back. I'm saying this in particular because this story resonates with so many people in life. Recognition is probably one of the greatest benefits. And if you've not been recognized for doing your work, then it's time to run out of that damn job like the building was on fire. You get what I'm saying? And I wanted to share that with you guys because again, you're teaching, you're training, you're mentoring, you're coaching, you're educating your children today for tomorrow, to be tomorrow's leaders. And how you make a difference is how the bridge you build. If you build a strong structural bridge by teaching, not getting all angry and frustrated, but making sure that there's lessons. My son was in an accident on Saturday, teaching him the lesson behind it. Teaching my daughter, my son that were behind the seat when my son called me. Those are values. Those are principles. Those are things you will never learn in a middle school. You will never learn in a high school. You will never learn in a college setting. And I'm not lying. Ask all the researchers. One of the things I'm trying to teach my children today, and I say I'm trying because it is difficult today's society with all the technology and all the distractions, but I'm really trying to instill in them a little bit more positive psychology. You heard me. Positive psychology has been around since 1998. I graduated in 1998. But the grand poobah, the guru, the father, Mr. Doctor, I should say Mr., but Dr. Martin Seligman happened to be one of the leading liaisons when it came to this particular subject, this theme. Is now today my greatest antidote. And I share that with you, the viewer, because there's nothing more important than literally transforming the way that you think, the way that you act, or I should say respond. Because for those that don't know, as I told my son on Saturday, there's a major difference. I could have reacted in the flesh, but I responded in the spirit. I responded. It's kind of like, for those that don't know, it's like a doctor prescribing you some medication and then you go back to the doctor a week later and he's like, hey, your body's reacting. It's a negative term, react. Versus saying, hey, Mr. Smith, Mr. Sagasta, your body is responding. You'll be off the medication before you know it. Major difference. So again, I wanted to share this video with you, the family, with you, the friends, the follower, the sharers of all my videos, but this one in particular, because again, I'm directing it strictly to the parents. Don't allow them to play so many video games. Put a stop to it. I said build a bridge. Build a bridge starts by controlling how much they feed their mind. Building a bridge starts by giving them limits. A limit to how much distraction they have in their life. That way they can start concentrating on building something better for themselves. All the greats do it. So, anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy. Until the next time, many blessings.